Well, good morning from Peak Performance headquarters. I'm Coach Mack, head coach of Peak Performance. We have had an exciting more than 50-year run in terms of working with student athletes, specifically with football. And today we have the opportunity and a privilege of introducing a brand new coach to the Peak Performance family, Coach Andy. So welcome today, Coach Andy.
Good morning.
Coach Andy is going to be our financial coach, not a tight end coach, not a receiver coach, not an offensive line coach, but a financial coach. So Andy, that's an opportunity to tell the people out there a little bit about what you do, about you, your family, and what does it mean when you say Andy, the financial coach?
Yeah, so I'm Coach Andy, happy to be here, happy to join the Peak Performance team. I've been a financial advisor for 20 years now. I have two sons who were both high school athletes, so I know some of the questions that families are going to be having at this point. Coach Mack and I live in the same neighborhood, and as we talked about the evolving landscape that is college athletics, we decided it'd be a great opportunity for us to sort of put our heads together and see if there weren't some services and some areas that we could help families making these big decisions. There's a couple big changes going on, and some families may have heard about these terms already, but this month we've seen huge changes to the financial landscape, the financial questions that families are going to be having to decide as their sons go off to college. So we'll get into maybe the revenue sharing. There was a recent court settlement around revenue sharing, which allows big colleges to put about $20.5 million into the pool that actually pays the athletes that are going off to these various schools. That's a huge change. That's never happened before, at least officially. There was money going down to these kids, but it wasn't official the way it is now. And this was just a court ruling at the beginning of this month. The other one that's been around, the other topic that's been around a little bit longer is NIL, name, image, and likeness. That's been around for a little while, but there's even changes in that realm right now. There's an executive order that's coming down that may put that under the purview of the Department of Education. We're going to have to see how that's going to be playing out.
Well, Andy, you've hit on several things. I want to clarify for the people out there. The whole part of adding Coach Andy in the financial coach aspect has to do with recruiting. So this doesn't impact individual training. This doesn't impact where we help with academics, tutoring for academic success. This is specifically the recruiting department, and Coach Andy, you covered very accurately two of the three terms. The other one would be collective money, and we'll get into that a little bit more. But what we're wanting to do is introducing NIL 101, for lack of a better term, because I believe most people know the buzzword NIL. But what is that class going to capture, and who should be going to that class, attend that class?
Yeah, so I would say that juniors and seniors who are looking ahead to having to make decisions around collective money, name, image, and likeness, or NIL money, and revenue sharing. And then we're also going to add a little piece to this, probably 90-minute course, and it's going to be around financial literacy. Topics like saving and budgeting, investing for the future, a little bit about tax planning, just sort of introductions to these. In a 90-minute class, you can only cover so much of these topics, but we want to just sort of lay the groundwork, give these families who have these huge decisions looming some tools, some things to think about. It used to be that families, the biggest decision they would make financially was about buying a house. And absolutely one of the biggest decisions some of these families are going to make is going to be about where their son's going off to school, how to take advantage of these changes that are happening, really even more dynamic changes that are happening in college athletics right now than we've seen in probably 20 or 30 years.
Emphasize the biggest changes in 20 or 30 years, and you emphasize some as new as July 1st of this year, 2026, or 2025, that have just come down. And so all of a sudden, the financial planning, like you said, Coach Andy, is impacting somebody that is still in high school, is still playing ball as an athlete in high school. And so that's why we're proposing this class. Now, identify again just succinctly who should attend this, juniors and seniors, but is this just for the student athlete, or is this for the parents, or for both?
Well, we certainly love to get the whole family in. I think there's going to be decisions that the families are going to be making together that everybody would benefit. So we'd invite the whole family to come. Maybe everybody can't make it on the same night, but if one of the athlete and one of the parents or a guardian can join us, that would be great. Again, we want to get out some of the education and introduction to some of these topics. Maybe some of these terms are new to some of these families. They may be sort of wrestling with it for the first time, but it's going to be a big part of what happens in their financial future for some of these families, especially with star athletes thinking about where to go. It's going to be the big decisions that are going to be having to be made.
You nailed it. I think very, very accurate. So we would want, in the perfect world, we want the student athlete and mom and dad present, not just one of the two, but mom and dad present. And this is an introductory. It will provide information if there's no information. It will also provide clarity if there's misinformation, and there's a lot of misinformation about there. So at this point, we welcome Coach Andy to the family, number one, and number two, what you need to do is pick up the phone and make a call to show your family interest. We will send out selected invitations to our first NIL 101 class, and it should be something that you move on right away. If you have a promising athlete that's going to play beyond high school ball, or you think they might, that would be who would be interested and find value in this class. Again, Coach Andy, thank you for coming today, and we're glad to have you as part of the family.
Great to be aboard.
And looking forward to working with all of you, with your son, and your future for your family and your student athlete.